A voiceless girl fallen from the stars, a surrealist world of strange creatures and ethereal music, and a chance to learn about grief, loss, and heartbreak, all set to the backdrop of a watercolor world coming back to life. Welcome to the world of Gris. Welcome, you gorgeous gamers and learners, to Teaching Gamers, where we talk about the games that taught us and how we can teach with those games. My name's Mallory Kesson. I'm a gamer, teacher, and ed tech coach with a passion for bringing games and learning together. Today's review explores the soulful game of Gris, what we can learn from it, and how it could even be used in classrooms. If you enjoy what we're doing here, feel free to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell to receive notifications when we post new content. Let's get started. Gris is Nomada Studios' single-player platformer that's available on Nintendo Switch, PC and Mac devices, Android devices, and PS4. Set in a surreal watercolor world, the game follows a young girl named Gris, who sings among the stars from the hand of an older girl's statue. However, when the statue crumbles, Gris loses her voice and her world, and falls to the bleak, gray world below. From there, Gris embarks on a journey of navigating puzzles, befriending helpful creatures, and gaining new strength and new abilities to help her return color, life, and song to the world around her. Throughout her journey, Gris also has to escape from a dark creature who seems determined to stop her at every turn and pull her back into the very darkness she's fighting to escape. No matter what obstacles or monsters chase her, Gris uses her perseverance and resilience to fight back against the darkness as she unlocks 4 different colors to bring the world back to life. So, who should play Gris? Honestly, in my totally unbiased opinion, I think everyone should. Okay, I'm a little biased. It's even tattooed on my arm. But it's not only a stunning visual and auditory experience, but it's also a rare opportunity to reflect on loss, grief, and how you rebuild your world in that aftermath. These are difficult topics for discussion, and honestly, it's a great starting point for us to begin. For me personally, Gris is a game that delivered a message to me at a time when I really needed it, and I felt like no one understood me. Without saying anything at all, Gris told me everything I needed to hear and helped me process some really difficult things and emotions I was feeling. It's a similar story I've heard from the other players who adore it as well. So why not channel that magic into a classroom? In the sense of who should play it in the classroom, Gris tells a story with no words, making it one that struggling readers or younger learners could tap into with no problem. On its surface, it's a beautiful exploration of a painterly world trying to regain its color, and a girl trying to get home. Given that it focuses on telling a story of loss, grief, and recovery, older students may have an easier time connecting with it or diving into the symbolism in it. But since Gris never gives the specifics of the loss and leaves it up to the player, younger students may still be able to access it and use it as a path to talking about a character experiencing loss and ultimately pull it into their own experiences. The classes Gris could be used for include English language arts classes, art, music, and even health and psychology. Gris presents an opportunity to dive into a story and look at how elements like setting, character, mood, and conflict can tell the story and themes just as much as plot can. The symbolism in the game leaves room for plenty of discussion about what Gris is trying to recover and how Nomada Studio tells that story. As for health classes, at its heart, Gris is a story of a girl coping with loss and grief and the emotions that come with it. When discussing mental health and healthy ways to handle very complicated emotions, Gris could give teachers a launching point for that discussion. And after the year that 2020 has been, mental health is as much of an important discussion as it's ever been. The discovery of the 4 different colors in the world and how they come together also pairs well with discussing the stages of grief or introducing students to the impact depression can have on health. So What are the positives and pitfalls of using Gris in class? Positives. It is artistically stunning and a great example of surrealism and watercolor in action. The ethereal soundtrack not only matches the game's mood, but can be used to show how other elements can work together to tell story and mood beyond just the visual. A lack of dialogue means there's no language barrier to playing the game. It's also not extremely demanding on a device, and doesn't require the most high-tech machine to run it. This opens the door for more schools and classes that may not have access to the most advanced tech. Pitfalls? Gris is a single-player game, and one that costs money to play. A one-time charge, Gris at the time of this video is $16 on Steam and Switch, and only $5 on the Google Play Store. For one license, not a problem. For 25 or 30 or more, depending on your class size, it adds up. Overall, Gris is a beautiful, soulful experience that shows how people manage to rebuild after loss. Its art, music, and gameplay all build on that message until the players themselves feel like they could return to the stars too. In class, it's a moving way to discuss difficult emotions, draw parallels with personal experiences and mental health research, and explore how symbolism and setting can deeply impact a story. Gris has no language barrier and a small financial one. If you're looking for a game to teach students how storytelling, art, music, and design can combine to paint a scene, or you want open discussions on mental health and resilience, Gris is the game for it. Thanks for watching the Teaching Gamers review of Gris. If you want to learn more about the game, check out the link in the description below. If you have questions, comments, ideas, and other recommendations for games we should check out, feel free to leave a comment. And of course, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you can see more of Teaching Gamers. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.